She's in the bed, right where she died. You know, like.
Which bedroom is it?
It's this front one here.
So can we get
This is Michael Moulton, a 67-year-old man. Just minutes earlier, officers discovered that he had been living with his mother's decomposed body for more than a month.
Lawyer. That's all I gotta say.
You're not even in custody. You're not even under arrest, so I don't know why you're...
Well, because I know you're gonna take me in.
For what?
You know, like for, I guess, not reporting her dead.
But why didn't you report her?
Lawyer.
But as investigators began digging deeper into the case, Michael's behavior raised even more suspicion and led them to a disturbing discovery about his past. On April 6, 2025, the St. Petersburg Police Department received a 911 call that immediately raised concern. A landlord requested a welfare check on one of his tenants, Susan King, a woman he hadn't seen in months. Officers were dispatched to the residence without delay. When they arrived, they were met at the door by Susan's son, Michael Moulton. Offering an explanation almost too quickly, Michael told officers that his mother was simply visiting a friend and would return in a day or two. But that explanation didn't match the landlord's concern, nor did it align with the months-long absence. By the next morning, suspicion had grown enough to secure a search warrant, allowing investigators to lawfully re-enter the home. And when officers stepped back inside, they were not prepared for what waited behind the closed doors.
Go ahead and tell him what you just told me, and then continue it.
She died during the first hurricane.
She died during the first hurricane?
And you know, natural causes. She's 91 years old.
So why were you giving him such a runaround yesterday?
Because I don't know, you know, and I'm only gonna go through this once. I just told him.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's you or detectives, but I'm not like gonna drag this out and go, you know, like.
So how did she die?
Natural causes, you know, like she went to bed at night.
Who picked her up?
Nobody.
So where is she?
In the bed.
She's in the bedroom right now.
Yeah.
So what?
And that's, you know, like I said, I'm not going to go through this over and over.
So she was back there when police were out here checking the other day?
She's in the bed, right where she died. You know, like.
Which bedroom is it?
It's this front one here.
So can we get to the front door?
No, the place is a mess. I've totally destroyed it.
So she's in there right now?
Yes, right now.
Okay.
Susan King had been dead for several months, and yet her body remained inside the residence the entire time. Michael claimed she died of natural causes. Now officers were left thinking with the bigger question. If Susan truly died naturally, why did her own son never call for help?
So you're probably worried about
treatment many times. You know, like, I'm sorry. I just, like I said, I can only go through this one time.
Well, we're going to go in there and take a look.
Okay.
We'll say one more comment, and we're going to go take a look in the house.
Can I get my shoes and socks?
No, just stay out here. Is there any animals in the house?
No.
I thought I heard a dog barking.
Well, must have been theirs or something.
So there's no animal in there?
No, I don't have any animals.
Did she?
No.
Okay.
How did she die?
Natural, you know, like she went to bed at night. I went in the morning and she was dead.
And you never thought to call the police or rescue or...
I'm not going to go through this, you know, over and over.
You keep saying that, but you haven't gone through it once.
Right. Because I know if I tell you guys, then when the next cops come, or when you take me downtown, then I got to go through it again. I got to go through it again. I'm just telling you. This is like I'm not happy with what I did. You know, like, I'm not happy.
Where is she in the room?
Laying in the bed at the top end. Right where all I did is put a sheet over. You know, like, close the door and never went in there again. Never opened the door until
Did they yesterday when they checked the house?
Yesterday,
did they go in there?
I never opened the door till yesterday. And all they did is stick their head in and, you know, like, and go, okay.
Okay.
For Michael to not report the death of his mother, Susan King, was more than just unusual. It was a legal red flag. Under U.S. law, any individual who discovers an unattended or suspicious death is expected to alert authorities immediately. Failure to do so doesn't just raise questions, it signals potential intent.
I'm only going to go through the story one time.
Officers began to consider two possibilities. Either Michael was hiding something, or he was actively avoiding law enforcement. And this deepened their suspicion. What officers saw was almost impossible to explain. Susan King's body was found in the exact location Michael had pointed out earlier. She was lying on her bed, but what shocked investigators was the condition of her remains. The body had reached an advanced stage of decomposition, indicating that Susan had been dead for well over a month. Yet Michael had been living in the same home with his mother's corpse.
I guess not reporting her dead.
But why didn't you report her?
Lawyer. So I'm going to be out here for hours.
It's going to be a little bit of a process. I just want you to be prepared for it, okay?
Can I get my shoes and
You
socks?
can't go back in right now.
Or what if I have to go to the bathroom? Because with this hepatitis, when I have to go, I have to go.
I get it.
You know, like right then.
I get it.
You know, I don't have like 5 minutes to,
I know. But you put us in a predicament.
I know. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, you don't have to apologize.
Well, I mean, I don't want to go anyway. But,
Well, that's the way we gotta go.
I know.
And I knew it from the start, you know, like.
I know. How old are you, sir?
67. Huh?
Don't do that.
Well, I'm not gonna sit here and poop my pants.
You're not allowed
You
in,
know.
and you can't defecate in your front yard.
What?
You cannot defecate in your front yard.
Well, I cannot defecate in my pants either. I don't see there's any reason you can't walk me in, stand there and watch me go to the bathroom.
I explained it because it's a crime scene.
Okay? Well, I'm gonna poop my pants right here.
Prayer, can you come here, please?
According to the autopsy report, Susan showed no signs of trauma or foul play. In other words, she truly appeared to have died from natural causes. Because of that, Michael was allowed to walk free, but for a limited time. Detectives couldn't ignore his suspicious behavior, especially the fact that he never reported his mother's death. So they dug deeper into his background and uncovered a 2013 warrant for failing to appear in court on a theft charge. With this information, officers returned to locate him, but this time, they found Michael outside a local shop.
Oh, whatever the hell it is, to those tables out there.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy came up, young kid, mid-20s, sat across from me, started talking to me, and then he's like, "You got any money?" And I thought he was hitting me up for, you know, panhandling. I go, "I don't know, $6 maybe." And he goes, "Give it to me." And I had 2 packs of pack of cigarettes, a pack of cigars sitting on the table. I said, I'm not giving it to you. And he picks up the cigars and the cigarettes and takes my walker and shoves it about 10 feet away and whips his dick out and starts trying to piss on me. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You're fucking with a crippled old man? And then he just laughed and ran away.
So he took your cigars and your cigarettes?
Yeah, and that's it. And I was going to call you guys anyway. I got warrants out. I didn't want to turn myself in. I can't live like this. You know, I had a court date and I had a stroke before I went to court. I spent 10 days in St. Anthony's in 5 weeks. It happened the first week of June, and they sent me to a nursing home for rehab.
Where did this happen at again?
Right at First Avenue South, there was that copper kitchen, copper kettle, whatever, that little like family diner restaurant. And then out by the side street, I don't know if it's like 56, 57, they got like about 4 or 5 little like tables. I was sitting there at the table, you know, in the shade.
Is it in front or on the side of the building?
It's way on the, well, it's back and on the side.
Okay.
You know.
What's your name?
Michael Moulton, M-O-U-L-T-O-N.
A-E-L?
I'm sorry, A-E-L, yeah.
Yeah. And what's the last name?
Moulton, M-O-U-L-T-O-N.
M-O-U-L-T-O-N.
2458.
All right. Hang tight here for just a second.
Michael told officers that someone had just stolen some of his money. Moments later, he volunteered that he intended to turn himself in for his outstanding warrants. What he didn't realize was that officers already knew.
Myself into these warrants I got, you know, I can't have this over my head.
Are you able to
I
walk?
had a court with this, not unassisted at all. I had neuropathy and I had a stroke before my court date. Like my court date was June 16th. I had a stroke.
What was stolen?
A pack of 05 gold cigars, 05 gold flavored cigarettes, and a red cigarette lighter. You know, it's just, he got my face and was like, you know, he was all okay until when he said, you got any money? And I said, yeah, about $6. Like I told him, I thought he was hitting me up for, you know, panhandling. And then he just stands up and goes, give it to me. And I said, I'm not giving you my money. And he said, I said, give it to me. I don't know. So he picked up my stuff on the table that was sitting there and shoved my walker about 5-10 feet away. And then just hopped on his bike and we took my stuff and rode off.
Say green bicycle, what did the guy look like?
6 foot, mid-20s. Didn't have a Spanish accent, but maybe Hispanic, you know, that big curly hair. You know, not like a afro, but big thick curls. I don't know.
Alright, so you don't want to prosecute, you just want to turn yourself in?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, let's do that. You're not going to follow.
Any video?
Yep.
I
Can you
need
stand up? I'm going to take this other
I'll
one.
put my head on.
Well, I'll hold you up. I just got to...
Okay. Yeah, I just can't.
Yeah, we gotta have both arms back here. Anything in your pockets we need to know about?
I got money and a wife
Okay, we're gonna take all that stuff out.
and a debit card.
All right, so she's gonna check you. I'm gonna hold you up while she just gets in everything out of your pockets.
Okay.
Nothing in your waistband?
No.
You can put that there. I don't see how that's gonna help, but
It's
It's going to be pretty hot.
huh?
More balance.
Anything we need to know about in the walker?
No. Shouldn't be. Couple books, empty cigarette packs that I was going to throw in the trash.
How much money do you think you got?
I don't know.
Over 300?
Oh yeah, yeah.
74 Bravo, can you start a sergeant for a money count?
Probably 1,200, 1,300.
Michael was arrested on the active warrants from 2013. As of now, he faces no charges related to his mother's death, since there is no evidence of foul play. Since this is an active investigation, investigators believe there are two possible reasons why Michael Moulton refused to report his mother's death. Investigators suspect that he believed reporting his mother's death would put him directly in contact with law enforcement, and that contact could lead to his immediate arrest. And secondly, officers think Michael may have been hiding more than just the warrant. His decision to live with his mother's body for weeks, instead of making a simple call, suggested he might be concealing additional evidence, avoiding questions about the circumstances of her death, or trying to distance himself from any potential criminal liability. In U.S. investigations, behavior like this often signals fear, avoidance, or an attempt to obstruct law enforcement, all red flags that raised investigators' suspicions even further. And detectives have made it clear that additional charges could still be filed as more information comes to light.